Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. We call this thing Baltimore Positive, and this one's going to be a fun one. We have a lot of fun around here with our friends at the Maryland Lottery. As you know, we do the Maryland Crab Cake Tour, which we're doing this week at Greenmount Station up in Hampstead, beautiful pastoral Carroll County, where they have not these kind of horses. These are the Assateague horses. They have like race horses up there at Greenmount Station and Greenmount Bowl. We're going to have a good time up there with our friends at the Maryland Lottery. It's also brought to you by GBMC, keeping me alive and well here in Baltimore County, as well as Farnan and Dermer. When it gets hot out there, they take care of your HVAC. You can give them a call at 410-367-7777. I'm wearing my Costas gear. We're getting back out to Costas and Timonium, doing a Maryland Crab Cake Tour next month. Back to Coco's. We're going to be back at Pizza John's in Essex in early August. We're really looking forward to having some fun on the tour. But you know, my tour's fun, and Doug Lloyd is here. He is pinch hitting, not really pinch hitting. You're sort of coming in that sort of fireman's role here. You're sort of a closer of all of these Maryland Lottery promotions. And, you know, Martin gets to run the whole banana, and he has to do all the bean counting and wear the tie, and he comes on a lot. And then Seth communicates, and he has some fun, even though he's a Pirates fan, which is not allowed to have any baseball fun at all, which is why he's not a part of this segment. But then there's Doug Lloyd, who gets to call every big winner at the Maryland Lottery and say, you won blah, 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 $1 million, $500,000, $25,000, he calls them when they win second chance and says, you're in, you're in, you're in, you're in. And you do this with Home Run Riches. You do this around the clock. And we're going to, I tell you, we've had such a fun experience. Angela Ruffin's going to come in here in a minute. But Doug, I want you to set up Home Run Riches because, like, I get a good gig, right? I talk to famous people and not so famous people, politicians. I do all this, but I take a lot of grief, dude. You, however, have a tough gig. You call people and tell them they won money and they hang up on you. Professionally,
Yeah.
you do that.
Yes, the hardest part is believing, right? I
Tug
get
McGraw,
to
you
pick
gotta
these when
believe.
that's right. And I talk about this sometimes when I sit folks down. I mean, it is a constant battle. Things are getting harder and harder with the fact that you can impersonate people with AI. You don't know what to trust when it comes to an email, and people don't answer their phones anymore. So I've got to find a way to reach every one of these lucky winners, and then I've got to convince them that the thing that they were hoping to happen with all of their entries, which never happens, finally happened to them. I don't know how many conversations start off with, "I've never won anything, and I've been entering for years." It's been on my list to win, and now it's off. You
Me?
know,
Not me. I didn't win. Not me. Well, Doug is the drawings manager for Second Chance Promotion. I'm looking at your email here because I get your emails. And I want to, for everybody out there, I do the show every week. And John Martin, executive director, he comes on most 75, 80% of the time. He's here with me. And one day back in April, we had this big promotion. We're doing Home Run Riches. You see it. You're all Oriole fans. Why I wore my orange Costas today, even though it's a little peachy, a little more salmon. But John was on with me. It was the very first Truist Club winner once a month. We every night we're trying to get $5,000 grand slams. We're trying to get Alonzo, Gunner, get Rutschman back, hit home runs, Kobe Mayo, whatever it is. We're giving away money on the Home Run Riches, and if you watch, you know. But Doug, let's talk about Truist Club and VIP and all of that because I want to bring Angela in because she didn't just do this. She did this stuff like going to Vegas, doing it the hard way and the back door and the front this and the rain out and then the grand slam. I want to get to all that. But Doug set this up because this is a unique thing we're doing with Home Run Riches this year. Now that they've kicked all of us out of the press box and they have the Truist Club, you have access to Truist Club and we give winners. And Angela's literally our first person, but this is an even better story than that.
right, yeah. Interesting story. So the opportunity is exciting. It's our contestant of the game, which everybody knows and loves, and a lot of folks have been asking us, hey, do we get tickets to the game? Can I go to the game and hold a sign that says I'm the contestant of the game? And we started thinking about how this
How much do
experience
they
sort of
win? So you call them contestant the game, they've won how much?
a normal contestant of the game
Yes.
wins five hundred
So you're
dollars.
500 up, all right,
Our
and
but
now
but our
500 for every home run and five
exactly.
grand for a grand slam.
Exactly. Now, so
Okay.
that's the normal. So the VIP wins a little bit more. So their cash prize is 1,500.
Mm.
That's their for being picked. They
And that's
win
once a month.
1,500, and then they win the 500. For being the contestant of the game. So a total of $2,000 without any swings happening. And then they have a chance to win, of course, the 500 and the 5,000, plus this deluxe experience at the Truist Club. So,
I can't
not
wait
only
to
were
ask her how good the food was because that's all I want to
it
know
was
about. That's all I. Hi, Angela. How are you?
I'm
Welcome
good.
in.
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Angela Ruffin's down in Silver Spring, Colesville area, and man, you had a ride. I just want to say from the beginning, did Doug call you? Did you like? Where'd you buy your? I have so many questions. Gosh, I've seen you jump up and down with your family, winning all this money, but
Hmm.
you've had a really. When'd you buy your ticket? February or March? You were in real early, right?
Yes, February.
So where'd you
Yeah.
buy your ticket?
At Giant, my local grocery store.
Now this is fast play. So that John always says, Doug, that these have schmutz, right? You had to scratch these. These are the scratchers, right?
That's right. Yep.
Fast play. You just get a ticket. Now, why did you play the Home Run Riches? Because there's a million games you can play. When I give people four of these, they have to think about whether they want fish, whether they want a boardwalk. Like, why Home Run Riches for you, Angela?
It was just a shot in the dark. I was just looking for something new to play. I always just do random tickets, so yeah, it was just by chance.
And you are a second chance player, so you
Yep.
know all the deal. Are you someone that takes your phone and scans? Is that
y-
that's what I do?
Right. Yep.
All right. So, Doug, this is what we're looking to do with Home Run Riches. Find somebody in February that says, "All right, I want to go to the game. I want to win big. I want to be a part of the progressive jackpot that held over last year." Some people don't even know there's a progressive involved here. I mean, this is a really huge promotion, and I know Masson does it justice with putting people on and stuff, but there's a lot of ways to win at Home Run Riches. There really are, right?
Hmm.
Now, Angela, what would have happened to this ticket? Would you have typically entered the second chance, or I thought your father might have played a small part in why this ticket wound up in the entry hopper.
Oh yeah, well that's correct. Usually he gives me tips on tickets to buy and things to do. It's just to win some extra money. It's nothing wrong with that. So yes, it was definitely on his advice. I should mention that first.
All right, so you had a non-winning ticket originally, correct?
Right.
So you played, you're like, okay, I didn't win, and I'm gonna boop boop, and you do your little zappy zap, and you're done.
Yep.
What happened next?
I received the email from Doug. Kind of was in disbelief, but yes, I received the email and responded immediately.
Were you in disbelief, or did it look legit?
Well, like he
I'm not
said,
gonna tell
things
John Martin. This
are,
is just between us.
well, like he said, there's AI and there's all types of scams going on. So I had to read it twice, and I went over it with my dad, and then he went onto the website, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're on there."
All right, so you're the big winner for the month. So
Uh-huh.
you're on for a game, and you're getting all dressed up. You're getting your Orioles gear because I know they got some nationals. We don't talk about them around here. All
Right.
right, they're in Washington. We don't talk about them. I even
Right.
even though you probably live a mile from Washington. But so you're in, and you have your big night, and it rained, right?
Uh-huh.
I had John on that day, and he literally said to me before we even went on the air, he's like, "Gosh, we got our promotion tonight. It looks like it's gonna rain." And Doug, did we even make most of our? It doesn't rain on my Maryland Treasures promotion. So on that particular day, you had to like call Angela and say, "Hey, rain out. I don't, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to make it up, right? Just like the baseball guy said, it's gonna rain. We don't know when we're gonna make the game up. We got to figure it out. You had your own issue, right? Internally. This
It
is
was
a
like
fun story. It really is because it had such a happy ending.
it,
Definitely.
It was like we were watching a hurricane in the weather tracking center. We were watching this front come in, and we had a good idea that it was going to be a
We tape
problem
at
for
8:30
us.
in the morning, and John knew. And listen, Luke goes to the ballpark too, and I do Luke every day. And we're like, tonight's getting banged. There's no way they're gonna play baseball tonight. Looked at the weather, and I realized you had the promotion. And when I got the text from WNST, brought to you by Cole Roofing and Gordian Energy, I'm like, I wonder what they're gonna do to the Truist winner. I swear, because I mean, I keep up with this stuff with you guys because I want to know how good the food is. We'll get to that in a minute. But so Doug, you had to call her and you didn't even know at that moment, or like, and you're like, we're gonna move this to June, right? It was a June game, right?
Yeah, there were a lot of options on the table, and as we started discussing them, my priority is to make sure that Angela and my winners that win this experience have a really good experience. I don't like to mix around timing and things like that. I know we did discuss several things before we settled on moving it to June, but eventually the decision was made to move it to June,
Well, the
and
winner has to be able to go to the ballpark, right? Like
right, yeah,
literally.
we
Okay.
wanted her to go to the ballpark, have a dry experience there, and then have a chance to experience having her home runs really count that same night. So
I
we
was worried the next day someone hit a grand slam after the rain out. The next day somebody hit a grand slam, and I'm like, oh, that person that she didn't win the money.
right.
And so I think I asked John about that the next week,
We
actually.
were a little nervous about that too. So it wound up being a doubleheader. The early game was the game that had been Angela's and been vacated. So that person won $500 because they didn't hit any home runs for that. Now the original game for that date was the one with the Grand Slam. So
That was the
we got
double header. I went to
yeah,
the game that day. Okay,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
right.
we get very nervous about that, but thankfully the order worked out really well for us, so we weren't throwing Angela off of a game that had a grand slam.
All right, so you guys got together and you agreed on what date, Doug?
It was going to be June 10th,
All right, so
Seattle
Angela,
Mariners.
June 10th. Who did you take to the ballpark? And run me through the rain out day. Were you disappointed?
Oh yes, definitely. I was up early doing my hair, getting ready. But I was
You
also
don't have to
looking
do
at the
your hair to go
weather.
to the ballpark. I mean, it's a Truist Club, though. I'm with you. I understand.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. I understand.
yeah. So yeah, we got up early, but we were also watching the weather too. So we kind of had a feeling that it wasn't going to happen. But I trusted in Doug, and I knew that he was going to, get a better date for me, and he did.
Well, you are already have won a lot of money, so that let's just give. So Angela Ruffin is here. She was a big winner in the Truist Club sweepstakes with Home Run Riches. Doug Lloyd is here. He is the drawings manager at Second Chance Promotion, and here's where the fun happens. So June 10th, who did you bring to the ballpark? Because I saw all these people around you. You brought some family. And give me. I know there's a special door because they wouldn't let me in last month. That used to be the press door behind home plate. I went like Truist Club only. You got to go in first base. So
Yeah.
when I went to the game that day, I'm like, this is special entrance, elevator, all of that. Give me
Hmm.
your day at the ballpark because I know that they've really done that area very special.
Oh yeah. So I brought with me my boyfriend, my son, and my daughter. Um, it was such an amazing experience to share with them. And just going through, just like you said, going through the elevators and looking at all the statues and the Hall of Famers. Like, it was a great experience for us.
That's before like the game started. So what did you
Oh,
eat? This is the
oh,
most look. My buddy Ethan Giffen was on the show last month on the crab cake tour. I saw him there the day that one afternoon I went. I saw him up there, and I'm like, can't you just give me some carrot cake or pass me a ding dong or a ho ho? Give me over the edge of the. What did you eat when you were in the Truist Club?
oh gosh, I tried a little bit of everything. The seafood was amazing. Oh, gosh, they had pizza, um, steak, just a variety of food. Like we just had a good time.
Now, Doug, were you with them? I mean, I know we had a crew out there for this. Were you with them that day?
I was, yeah, I was hanging out. I had a Jimmy John sub. I get to be a pure observer in the Truist Club. It looks delicious, but I have yet to sample anything.
You photographed it, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right, so you get to do some experiential things, and I'm going to talk to you about the let's make a deal thing in a little bit, but I want to stick to. So you've done these things before. Has there ever been an occasion where you've been where something, because look, lottery tickets happen on drawings. We get a ticket. Oh, I won. You're the guy that calls people, tell them they've won $1 million. But to be somewhere where something happens on the crack of a bat, where it could happen at any moment. There could be a home run. She could win some more money. That's awesome. But then the bases get loaded. And this really can only happen in Home Run Riches in a Grand Slam promotion when the winner gets postponed, moved into June, is now sitting in front of you, and the bases are loaded. Had there already been a home run when the Grand Slam happened? How many did we hit that night?
Yes, there
So
had. Yeah,
you had already experienced one home run, and now the bases are loaded, right?
that's right. Yeah, and for me, the experience is a series of pressure moments and then letdown. Pressure moments, letdown. I'm always nervous that somebody's not going to show up, that things don't happen on time, that somebody's going to have a bad experience.
The
But
game's going to get rained out.
exactly, yeah, the pressure starts to come off when when they get that first home run. I'm like, all right, this person has already had a wonderful experience. Something magical has happened here. It can only get a little bit better. So I'm starting to relax, and you start seeing those bases load up. And I said, there might be a chance that it could happen. We've already had a home run with our first VIP contestant of the game, and then Pete comes up, and it just looked more and more possible. But even when it happened, it seems impossible that it's happening.
I'm going to ask Angela about this because, like, in real time, you're being videotaped. The bases are loaded. Your belly's full and getting fuller. I hope you used the bathroom between innings and you were just ready to go because the the ball got cracked. And I mean, I've watched the video several times, and that's what I love about being involved with the lottery and having a good time with all this. Give me the moment for you and your boyfriend and your kids, because this was for anybody who hasn't watched it, go to mdlottery.com. Angela's here, but this has been one of the more fun things I've seen in my half a decade of working with the lottery.
Yeah, it was actually amazing because they were so close to getting the Grand Slam like a couple minutes before. So I was just mad that it didn't happen that time. But then once we saw all the bases was loaded again, and then I just kept saying, go, 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 just waiting for that ball to go over the the stands. So yeah, it was, yeah, I couldn't stay in my seat on that one.
Look, you didn't share the video of the fly out, the disappointment part of the video. You didn't share that one.
I don't think they
the
did
deep
that
fly ball to the warning track. We don't show that video. We show it when it goes over.
Right.
Angela, yeah, I don't, a personal question. You could say, what are you going to do with the money? That's the first question everybody asks you. You want all this money. How much did you win? Doug, give me the timpani on this as the, you can be the, my Johnny Carson and my Ed McMahon. How much did she win, Doug?
Oh, well, it's a big number here. Angela, $7,500.
All in.
7,500. Yeah.
All right. So you're doing something with like something fun, just one little thing. Don't spend all of it in one place.
No. Well, definitely some type of vacation this summer. Go to the beach, definitely.
All right. I love that.
For more than a few days, maybe a week or something.
Well, listen, if you come out next week through the Maryland Crab Cake Tour, I'll give you the boardwalk right here on the Maryland Treasures. I'm allowed to give you a ticket, even though you've won. And you can go there right here. You go to the beach, and while you're down there, you can pet the ponies. And on the way over, you can stop at Blackwater. And of course, if you're going to go to the beach, I know where you live, Silver Spring. You got to go across the bridge. So there it is, right there, the main bridge. So we got all the promotions. Angela, you've been a great sport, and I'm it was fun watching you. And I said to Doug, get her on the show. I want to have fun with her. Plus, you're one of those special people that we love up here. You live down there, and you're one of us. You're a Raven fan that lives in Silver Spring. How did that happen? Are you from Baltimore originally, or no?
Oh, no. I've just always been a Ravens fan since they came to town. So,
God, that's music to my ears.
Yeah.
Where do you live again? What county do you live in?
Montgomery County.
Oh yeah, Sashi's gonna love that. All right, well, we're expanding the brand. Was it Ray Lewis? Is it Lamar? What was your entryway with the Ravens?
Oh well, it started with Ray, of course, the best player in the NFL ever. He's my favorite. And then as the years went by, then of course Lamar, King Henry, Flowers. So yeah, that whole team's my favorite.
Do you have a Ray Lewis jersey?
No. All
right. My wife has a hand-me-down. I want to give it to you. I swear. If it fits you, I'll give it to you. Because you got to have a Ray jersey. You just won $7,500. Let's get you something.
Put that on my list.
I'm going to get you something vintage, all right, for the season here. You feeling good about the Ravens?
Oh, yes, definitely. A little scared with the Lamar trade talk and all that, but I'm staying hopeful he'll stay.
Now listen, I'm going to bid you adieu in a minute, but I'm just going to say this from because I'm wearing orange, and everybody knows how I feel about the Orioles and the Ravens. But since this Grand Slam happened on June 10th, the Orioles have been playing a lot of winning baseball, and I think you may have been the lucky one. I mean,
I'll
you're
take it.
lucky, obviously, you won all this dough, but like you may have brought them some good luck that has spurred them on. So if they make the playoffs, I'm going to have you back on, and we're going to have to.
Okay.
I'm going to have to give you that Ray Lewis jersey because you really touch me out on the internet because you're lucky. I'm telling you, like I'm telling you, we got rained out and then pushed in the fly ball that happened where you looked like you weren't going to win the $5,000 and then you win the $5,000. So I hope you and your family have the greatest time at the beach, and I hope you
Thank
come back
you.
later on and I hope to see you at the parade in February after the Ravens win the Super Bowl. Would that be
Right.
good?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
nice.
Hey, congratulations from the Maryland Lottery. Thanks for being a good sport and coming on with us. And what's the best thing you ate in the Truist Club? The food.
The little crab leg.
All right,
It's
that's all I need to know. I'm never gonna let me in a Truist Club. When they do, I'm gonna go for the little crab legs. All right, they better be as good as they are at Costas. Thank you, appreciate you, Angela.
All right. Thank you.
Angela Ruffin is our big winner for Home Run Riches and the Grand Slam promotion. And there was a Grand Slam. Thank you, Pete Alonso. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You got it. Doug Lloyd is our dude at the Maryland Lottery, sitting in for John Martin and for Seth Elkin this week. He's the drawings manager, Second Chance Promotions. All right. Angela was fun. Now I got it, just you and me. I got to ask you. You did this let's make a deal thing. I greased that one up last year. If it was a thing that I could have done, I think going through the warehouse and picking prizes, that's cool. But like, did you dress like a banana or an apple or your favorite fruit or vegetable, or no? Did you not do any of
Did
that?
you know something? Yeah, I was a banana.
Did you dress up?
Yes.
You dressed
Yeah.
up as a banana.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, not a banana peel. I love that. Were you a Chiquita banana?
I
I don't. You're not
imitation.
brand
I
sensitive.
don't think we
You're
can
not.
throw
You're
any
not brand
brands out
aware.
there.
You're not brand aware. Doug gets to have fun. So, how long have you done? I love your job, and I pointed that out earlier. How long have you done this? And you get to do some of these excursions to make sure that winners have the experience, and you're the representative of the Maryland Lottery to do this. This is kind of a neat thing, right? I mean, this let's make a deal thing. These are these weird, exotic. You can only win them, kind of like sitting in the Truist Club and having Home Run Riches. We talk about these experiential things. We got one right now with NASCAR going down to Miami and Homestead. But this let's make a deal thing was like all in LA, real trip, money on the set, dressed like a banana. It was the Monty Hall experience.
Yeah, well, and this is the fun concept that I mean, yeah, one of my winners, one of my first winners that I actually interviewed, she said, me and my daughter, we've spent ages watching the show together. So to be able to be on that show and then take her daughter on the show with her, that's a dream,
And the
And
funniest thing is you can go out onto the internet and watch the old ones with Monty
Yeah.
Hall, door number 1, 2, and that's the kind of comedy that still holds up. I mean, it's still funny it's even funnier because of the period piece part of the dress up, right? I mean,
Oh
it
yeah,
really
yeah,
is.
definitely, definitely. And you get to go down there to Hollywood and be on that set, which is beautiful. Uh, so this started about a year ago. So all of these folks won, I say in May of last year, and then they waited around for their trip to happen, which was just completed here at the beginning of summer, and fun trip to Hollywood. They each got to take a guest. There were 5 winners and their guests, so 10 folks got to come along with us. Hollywood experience, which included some great tours, get to see some of the sights around Hollywood, Hollywood Boulevard, Grauman's Theater, the big Hollywood sign. I got up to
Did you
Griffith
go to the
Park.
Troubadour to Whiskey? Because I still haven't done that. I keep
No.
going to LA.
No.
I was in LA 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to the Troubadour. I'm gonna go to they're on my bucket list, and I've been outside them, but I've never been inside either.
Yeah,
one, so.
I was up at Griffith Park near the Greek, but
The
that was
observatory. You went up there?
yeah, that was my own part of the tour.
Or you do the
Yeah.
Hollywood sign? Do any of that?
Yeah, they got a guided tour that took them around Hollywood, and the
They
Hollywood
get on the
sign
big
was part
buses.
of
They
it.
do all that with the star on it and all that.
The folks we were working with, they actually picked these smaller buses so they can go up in the Hollywood Hills and some of the narrower spots. Get to see some of the stars'
See,
homes.
I did that in
Yeah.
1985 and 86 when. Do you remember Bad News Bears when Amanda Wurlitzer sold the stars maps?
Yeah.
Like I actually bought that back in the 80s. Now you just got Google and you can. I found the Brady Bunch house last year. My wife and I went, and I had never been, and I went, and They have completely restored it. The Brady car is in front of it, and it's in a people live next door. It's crazy. It's like the house in Cleveland, the Christmas Story house is like that. But LA, you can go to LA all of your life and never see the same thing. It's so awesome in that way. So
Yeah.
I think when you get a winner that goes out there, experiences it for the first time, it's really cool. I mean, it really is. And I say this for Dodger Stadium. I spent all last week talking about how awesome Dodger Stadium is. But LA is one of those things that I sort of weirdly take for granted because I've been a million times. But I think if you go to LA first time, man, and you've been watching it on TV, even going back to Emergency and Rampart back in the day, if you've just been watching Los Angeles, whether it was watching games at the Rose Bowl parade, my wife, watching the beach, watching Baywatch in Malibu, whatever it is, it's all there. And I think it can be a little big and overwhelming if it's your first trip, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean the city is absolutely huge, and I never really this is my first time there too. So the idea of
Oh, wish you would have told me.
how really big it
Okay.
was. I mean it sprawls out, and the section that we were in had a big mountain out in front of it, and I mean just the views are ridiculous. So to be
Especially
able
on
to
a clear
experience
day.
that the
Yeah.
first time with my winners, a lot of them having it for the first time, really nice treat.
So they
And
have to have extra luggage for their costumes?
yes, I think most of them packed it in there. They did actually supply some costume money for people to spend. I think part of the original trip they were going to send them to a costume shop. In this case, they didn't need to do that because everybody already had their costume, and that left
Costume
them
shop in
more.
LA would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Be like Halloween, day before Halloween. What do you want to be? Anything you want to be, you know?
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
let's be honest. You can go to a Goodwill in LA and see some great stuff. There's so many costumes and clothes from productions that wind up into some of those spots.
it's so funny you'd say that because my wife and I went to a bunch of antique stores in LA when we went last year to go to the Hollywood Bowl. We went to Dodger Stadium and we had a wonderful experience. We had a car, we just drove around. Every antique store we stopped in had just really old, only you can find in Hollywood stuff. Like it's neato. It really, it's neat that we're talking about it in this way because I was there last week and I was like, I got in, I got out, I saw Rush, it was great. But like from a tourist perspective, for your first trip in there, and for these folks who are winners to go onto a real television set. Bring me to Let's Make a Deal because I don't know the modern era. I always think Monty Hall, and I'm sure it's very similar, right?
Sure, yeah, and I think your concept as a winner and as a first time visitor to LA is, you think the set is going to be, on the Universal Studios set or Paramount set. No, it's a warehouse, off a little. It's not where you would expect it to be, but they carted us off to the warehouse, and it's Fort Knox. I mean, it's top secret. When you get there, they will take your cell phone away from you and lock it away. I think we're embargoed because the episode doesn't air for another year or so.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
So
yeah. But
you don't know who wins or whatever.
well,
Did,
what I can
did
tell you
any
for
of our
sure.
winners run around and participate in some way?
Well, so because our lottery folks actually had an outcome that was dependent on the outcome of what happened on the show, they could not play. So they were on the show
Okay.
to be part of the show, but they actually won money based on the outcome of how the price, the games, the mystery games worked out.
Oh,
So
okay.
because of that, they could not be selected. What I can tell
So
you is
when they
somebody.
got there, their winnings were dependent upon the contestants in the show. So that's
Exactly.
how, like Angela, it depended on how the play played out, right? Pretty
Exactly.
much.
But I can tell you
Okay.
this: one of our winners did very, very well. So we're
Woohoo!
looking forward to being able to show that to
Spoiler.
everyone, in the next year.
All right. Well, all of that will be up at mdlottery.com. Doug Lloyd is here. He gets to have, man, when I die and come back, I want to come back as you. I mean, you got I don't know though. Give me a story this year where you called somebody and they hung up on you. They won $1 million. Because the more money you tell them they win, the more likely they are to hang up on you, right? When you call them.
Well, recently I got on the line with somebody and they critiqued my email, and I do take constructive criticism, but they said, hey, it had a lot to say in it. It had a lot of different fonts, a lot of different type texts. Evidently I need to tighten it up, streamline it a little bit here. But I try and give everybody as much information as possible, and then try and make it easy to understand, and then give them a lifeline, some way to reach out to me to make sure it's real. So
No
those
secret
things are
handshake,
always
no
present,
secret
but
code. I mean, every time I log in, I get a 6-digit code just to make sure it's real. I got reCAPTCHA. Are you real? Every time I buy a ticket, making sure you're. Doug calls. Hey, you won $500,000. Are you real? So yeah, I think you got the greatest job ever, dude. I'll say that out
yeah,
loud.
like some sort of pinching verification.
Well, you're going to call somebody again this week, next week, and the week after. We have more promotions, NASCAR promotion, Miss Pac-Man promotions, all of it up at MD Lottery. Doug, you got to go and call some people and give them some money, I know, but I don't get you on but once or twice a year, and every time I have you on, it gets extended out because I'm always fascinated by your gigs. So Doug Lloyd, he is officially, and I got this on his email with all these different fonts, which you really should correct, drawings manager, Second Chance Promotions. It's all on the up and up at mdlottery.com. I'm getting the Maryland Crab Cake Tour. Do you have anything you want to say before I throw you off? After you'll be back in 6 months with more winners and more fun stories, but I want to give you a parting shot.
Well, I know we got people really worked up about this VIP Truist experience. So if you wanted to do that, the next two deadlines for the Home Run Riches selection are going to be July 20th. So get your entries in before then.
And they hit more home runs later in the year because the air is thinner and it's thicker or whatever.
Yeah, and they're doing pretty well so far. I think all of last year they hit a total of 6 Grand Slams. Right now we're sitting at 5. So they're moving along.
No wonder
at a
John's
pretty good
not
pace.
here. He's got to go figure out how to pay these people. That's good.
We've got a lot of other great things wrapping up here. Multipliers wrapping up. Go for the Green is wrapping up. These are all second chances. We are going to be launching Cash Heat Wave. So this is a second chance that's dependent on how hot it gets. So, watch that Mercury. You could win some more money. And of course, pay attention to mdlottery.com for all the details. We are going to do something fun with the State Fair coming up. I think we've got Ravens tickets around the way. And then we did talk about this game show concept, sending people out to LA. If you like that, stay tuned. Next year, we've got another game show concept. I don't know if I can say anything about it quite yet. But
I hope
we're going
it's
to be
Pressure Luck because I was a Pressure Luck fan, but that's me. Me.
Well,
no,
Nestor might be disappointed, but it's another game show. The funny thing is, the back lot of the Let's Make a Deal is actually the front lot for this game show. So they actually switch sides of the production studio. We'll be sending you back out to the same back lot for another game show.
I'm not going to
concept.
Google it and
A lot
look
more
it
fun.
up. Though I could, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let this be.
I will give you this hint here. It has a celebrity host.
Okay. Well, we did a big spin already this week and this month. I'm seeing more big spinners come up down at the Maryland Lottery HQ. John Martin will return sometime soon. So will Seth, as long as the Pirates are doing well. Orioles written home runs. Home Run Riches is available at the Maryland Lottery. I will have the Maryland Treasures until Roz gets me the Ms. Pac-Mans before. Man, Raven season's a couple weeks away as well. I'm Nestor. We are WNST, AM 1570 Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore positive.